Hi, everybody. It's Robbie from Southern California with a hummingbird update and some other birds, too. I'm telling you, I rushed to get out here. I don't know if you can hear it, but the weed whackers. Can you believe it's been quiet? And I thought this is the perfect time, but well, let's hope you can hear me. So let's do an update on the hummingbirds because now we are officially in fall. So, what is going on? Well, we've gone from this summer 1 to 2 gallons a day to now doing 3 to 4 gallons a day of homemade hummingbird nectar. Now, remember, it's the easiest thing to make. It's actually better for them than the ones you can get at the store, which is 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar and 1 cup of water. Mix well until it's dissolved. Put a little bit out in your hummingbird feeders and put the rest in the fridge. You can keep that there for quite a long time. So, what is exactly going on? The hummingbirds are migrating all over the United States, all over wherever they went. From Canada, they're already probably in the US and they're heading to Mexico. But a lot of them show up here in Southern California and they stay here and they winter here the entire time. Now, some of them will go to Mexico and further down into Central America. And a lot of you have told me that they come into Texas and different parts where you live, all over the US, to winter as well. So I want to hear from you where you live and which ones are coming into you, and tell me about the ones that have left. Let me know when they left because I'm always fascinated to find out, like you had them all spring and summer and all of a sudden they disappeared. And birds do that. You know what disappeared? We have no more orioles. They are gone. It's been a very unusual year for orioles. Normally, we get the bullocks in here and they come and have babies around here sometimes, but the hoodeds are the ones that are here all the time. Then the bullocks leave. I have no idea where they go. And then they come back just before fall. But they didn't come back this time. So I haven't seen them at all. Since they passed through briefly in the spring, they kept on going. And what was interesting is none of the babies showed up. So I haven't seen babies because usually it's loaded with baby hoodeds and bullocks. Neither one of them showed. Well, neither one. When I say neither one, no adults showed up and no babies showed up. We did have a lot of hoodeds. Now they do nest all over here. They'll nest in palm trees. They nest in banana trees. They'll nest in bird of paradise. Any place that they can make that nest because they weave it and roll it up. So with them, they're gone. As of about 2, 3 days ago, there was a few left. First, there was like 7 youngsters that were hanging around here. The adults disappeared about a week and a half ago. Not a single male or female to be seen. And then we had a few babies. There were 7. I kept counting. Now, were there more? I don't know, but 7 came in at a time. And then a couple days ago, 1 or 2, and now there's been none. So all the orioles are gone, which actually makes the hummingbirds much happier. They're not happy with them because they're big, intimidating, and they can eat hummingbirds, but they normally rob hummingbird nests. They'll take the eggs or the babies. So they don't like them at all. So they're not friends, though they'll tolerate each other at the hummingbird feeder. So that's what's going on with them. Now, as far as the hummingbirds, they're moving in here. Maybe I shouldn't move so much. I don't want to spook them all. They're starting to come in here for the winter. It will depend on the weather and them on how many stay. So will I be going through 3 gallons a day, 4 gallons a day? I don't know. Time will tell. I do think we're going to have more coming in because they're leaving now. Some of you told me you had 1 or 2 and all of a sudden they were gone. Well, they're traveling. And if they're traveling in this direction, then they're going to be all over Southern California. And then those will decide which ones are going to stay and which ones are going to weather the winter somewhere else. But they know better about our weather than us. So they'll do what's best for them. As long as they have flowers, water for bathing and drinking, enough food, which is pollen and nectar, and food that we supply on the side, and shelter, which is the trees and plants, they'll stay. But if they feel that their food is starting to get depleted, there's not enough flowers or insects, then they'll move on. Birds are moving around very different. In fact, today we saw our first jonco that we haven't seen in almost 30 years show up today. So the birds are kind of going in all different directions. So I'm really excited. I will share the hummingbirds with you. Let me know if you want to see them, and I can turn the camera on off so you can see what's going on. And I'll show you, like, they feed very heavily in the evening, and then they feed very heavily in the morning, but more so in the evening, because in the morning they take a quick drink, and then they go off into the garden and they look for flowers. And we have a lot of flowers that we are planting everywhere. So it's not just us, it's my surrounding neighbors as well. So as long as they can find enough, they're going to stay put. But in the evening, they fill up because they have to engorge themselves for the night, because they go into a torpid state, which is like a hibernation, and then they can sleep all night because they need to feed every 15 minutes because of their heart rate being so fast. The way they beat their wings, they use so much energy, and energy comes from the sugar water. And again, don't worry about feeding them. Some of you have said, oh, it's not right. If we didn't help them, there would be half or less than that left in the wild. They need our help because, well, our environment is changing. There's more houses, and more houses are doing less gardening and less flowers because it's easier. It could be different reasons they're not planting as much. And there's no wildflowers compared to what there was all year round because of growth is basically it. And it's not me, the Smithsonian, the Hummingbird Society, they all want us to help the hummingbirds, and this does help them. It would be good if you can change your feeders every day. I know some of you do it, every 2 or 3 days. It will depend on the weather and how many birds you've got. But I don't change my feeder. They empty quickly. The ones that I use here are the Walmart brand. I absolutely love them. They're only $4. It's the best feeder you can get. I do tweak them, and you can go check my videos out on how I do that. But they're so easy to clean and disinfect them if you have to. I take them down, I wash them really good as if I was going to eat out of it, and then fill them up and put them back. I never just open them, fill them, and put them back. They're always washed. Wash it as if you were going to eat or drink out of it, and you should be good to go. I think I've covered everything on this. I'm really anxious to hear a lot about what you've got. Are they here? How did they come? I love reading through that. Like, usually we have 10 and we only had 5, or usually we only get 2 and we had 20. Remember, once they start feeding and you are consistent with the food at your house, and they know that you've got the supply there all the time, they bring back their babies, the females, and they teach them this is where the feeder is. And then those babies the following year come in, and they have anywhere from 2 to 6 babies. They teach their babies to feed, and after all, that's what happened here. It all started with 1 or 2 hummingbirds, and all of a sudden we have thousands, literally 2,000-3,000 during the winter, especially during the migrating season. So if you've got any questions, go ahead and ask. I'm going to read through your comments because I think that will be exciting. Did you have orioles? Did you see bullocks? What type of orioles did you have? Did you see more? Did you see less? Because, like I said, the bullocks only came through, said hello, and we're on our way, and I never saw them again this year. So I hope I've kind of given you some tips on what's going on and ideas. Let's feed the hummingbirds to help them survive and build their numbers because they're so fragile. And in the wild, they only live like 5-6 years if they are healthy, if they've got enough food. Otherwise, they don't make it that long. So let's help them out so they can have a long, healthy life. And they come here to forage, and then they leave after they forage our feeders, and they go into the garden to forage there too. And that is the way they feed, because they can't live on this. They need a little bit of everything. Nectar, which is what we're supplying them with, pollen, which they find in the flowers, and then insects, which gives them their calcium and other vitamins they need. And that is so important to them. And then, of course, they're bathing all day. And that's why I've got all kinds of bird baths. In fact, I think I'm going to set one up for the holidays here, a whole different one. Watch and see, because I think that's going to be exciting. Because I've tested it out in a different fashion, and it was just so cute how all the birds came into it. So I'll get that one up pretty soon too. So I hope you enjoyed this video on the update. I'm going to get out of their way because they're coming in, because there's about 4 hours of daylight left, and this way they can fill up and do their thing. Like we drink, well, they need a drink too. So with that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow and feed the hummingbirds if they're there. You can leave your feeders out. Make sure after about 2 weeks, if they're not there, you can bring them in. because sometimes there's stragglers that come through, or there's some that are just too old, maybe not in full base, really good health. And then those will stay because they know they can't migrate. So that's why sometimes you may have them when you usually don't. Don't worry about the snow. As long as they have food and water and someplace to sleep, they'll do just fine with you supplying them with that little bit of food they need. So again, have a great day and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.